The BPI Foundation, through its iconic Leadership Excellence Awards, continues to celebrate distinctive and innovative leadership. I caught up with the 2024 award recipients to find out what it really means to clinch the Lifetime Achievements, Business Excellence, Leadership and Future Leaders titles. You are just one of these individuals that I could think of that have really played an important role in the arts, in leadership, in business overall. Can you just share your top 3 highlights in your journey so far?
I'm going to start from the third one. That was being honored by Queen Elizabeth II with the most excellent order of the British Empire that recognizes my contribution to art globally. Then I'm going to come to the Tony Award on Broadway for Best Actor on Broadway. And that one opened the doors for me internationally. But tonight stands out because there's a group of people I did not know that sat in a room and decided in the ilk of Mamuzane Lembeki that they are going to honor me with this Lifetime Achievement Award for my contribution, for my work, for my mentorship, from my leadership. And I was phoned and told they're honoring me. I wish I was a fly in the room to hear why they said I deserve this. And this is thank you to Gabi and Nana Mahumula. Thank you to BPI. Thank you to Business South Africa. And thank you to the speakers that spoke so passionate about what our responsibilities are as Africans. People say Africa is not poor, it's just poorly managed.
You are a true veteran in the game. You have been in the accounting space for a very long time. You have led up a lot of teams. What does winning this award, amongst other awards that you have won as well, what does this mean for you?
So I am truly humbled to have received this award. For me, it really is testament to the work that we have been doing as a firm. The profession has been under fire for a while, and so this award means a lot in the sense that I believe it's representative of the contribution that the profession makes to society as well as to the economies, and so certainly I'm very humbled by it. I certainly stand on the shoulders of giants who came before me, and I shared the award with my entire team, 7,000 people who work across Deloitte Africa. And we firmly believe that part of our role is to solve for Africa's problems and to bring the weight of Deloitte in doing so.
I think just as a start, I want to dedicate this award to the 126,000 best people. I'm very, very conscious that this is not about me. It's really about the office, and I've been blessed to be given this office. But there's thousands of people that make it work, and I just want to dedicate it to them. I came into this role in 2020 in the heart of COVID. And it was really an extremely difficult period for all businesses globally. And I think our ability within the group to put our people first, for me, is a big achievement. And at that time, I was honored to be at the helm of having conversations that say, so what do we do for our people first? How do we make sure that most of our people come back to work? How do we make sure that our organizations are sustainable even post the pandemic? And so for me, I'm really honored, as difficult a period as it was. I think that the leadership values we espoused during that time are testament to building sustainable businesses.
Creating a platform like that, like this one, is such an inspiration, to listen to all the legends who pushed the horizons, those people whom you've always looked up to, and see them being celebrated here. For me, this is an unforgettable experience, and so much more to be honored along with them. I feel I simply am not really in that league.
Can you just share with us what keeps the fire alive in you, continuing with the work that you're doing currently?
I chose farming as a career. It is still the oldest, the biggest, and the best organized profession in the world. Our food systems are pretty much still in the hands of family farmers. And a family farm, in our context in Southern Africa, is not big or small. It's not rich or poor. It's not black or white. It's not well established or a newcomer. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands of families who eke out a living from the soil. And they are my first love. There's something different to a family on a farm. They still eat together. They share responsibility. They understand how delivered we are to nature. Farming is a very humble career. It keeps you humble. But that is what keeps the world going. We all have to eat.
Irene, thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations once more. You are a prominent business leader. Can you just share some of the biggest highlights from your journey in the last decade or 2 decades or so? What stands out the most for you in you being here right now receiving this award?
Yeah, no, thank you, Nontu. What's very important, firstly, I need to thank BPI Foundation for bestowing this award to me. This award, for me, is as a result of work and support that I've received over the years from many other people. I stand on the shoulders of giants, of people, of other women, they who came before us, who stood tall before us. And we are following because what is very important for us is that we as women need to transform our economy so that women can take up leadership both in our economy, they can take up leadership at work and executive positions as chairmen, as CEOs, as executive directors, as executives, so that we can have a change and ensure that gender parity and equality is in our society. So in my business career, right from the beginning, we started off with a mission of ensuring that it's transformative, that we transform. When we get into a company, firstly, we had to ensure that black-owned businesses are able to be part of our procurement processes and be awarded and participate equally to get business from companies. We had to ensure that we employ black people in key positions, that are from boards to executives to all the other senior positions within the company. So that was our original role when we started the even before 1994 and post 1994, we had a very transformative role that we had to play. Now we are in the stage where it is very important for us to ensure that women take their rightful place in society.
There are ideas in South Africa that are lying amongst many South Africans of substance, of excellence, thinkers, doers, implementers. So we have seen that they are lying broadly out there. So as the BPI, we are pulling them together so that we can then create an impact from all of those ideas melting together and starting to ensure that South Africa gets to work, South Africa gets to do things that needs to be done. South Africa talks less and does more. So that is what it is. Over and above that, it is a thinking solidarity movement. So that when people are thinking of something, we go in as a solidarity movement of thinkers. And our solidarity is about making sure that what others think, others give the solidarity of implementing and making sure that this happens.
What will it take for South Africa to really accelerate the process of creating more influential leaders like we have tonight?
It will take, if South Africa can stop believing that politicians will bring the solution to their problems. If South Africans can start there and stop believing politicians will bring solutions and start believing that people who think and do will solve our problems. We're not saying politicians are not important to society. It is the duty of politicians to aggregate interest of society and all those things and put them into a process of politics and then put it into a government system and create laws, regulations, and norms and standards. But all those things that they do, it is their duty again to go back and think about what they have put, what about it doesn't work, and that's where the problem starts. But if we as society start saying, what is the task at hand? What should be done? Where do we start? What is point one? What is point two? And we start training society on how to. You know, one of the proudest things in my life is that I was taught to cook pap by my mom. And that has worked wonders for me, because when I'm hungry, that skill, it still applies today. And my dad was there. Doesn't mean that he didn't want to teach me, but I don't think he thought like my mom, how this skill will do that. The same with politicians. We need to look at them very carefully. They can say what they say, but there are many men and women out there that are doing things. And we need to believe in doers and leave the talkers to talk.
That was the iconic Leadership Excellence Awards hosted by the BPI Foundation, celebrating South African excellence in business leadership.